The Legend of Zelda. It's a legendary game for a legendary console. It's the progenitor of video games as we know them today. And quite frankly, I could have cared less for the longest time. I don't feel that way today, but I used to feel this way. I never wanted to play NES Zelda. I didn't grow up with it. That was before my time. The Nintendo was before my time. But there were NES games I wanted to play. I wanted to play Mario. I wanted to play Kirby. Some other weird ones there, but Dragon Quest, of course. But Zelda? I always wrote off Zelda. I said this game is too antiquated. It's too old. It's too archaic. It's too cryptic. How am I going to know where to go? What am I supposed to do? I didn't grow up with this game. That was a mistake. That was wrong. But I felt that way. I really did. I've had many opportunities to play it. I used to own the GameCube Zelda collection, where you could play Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask and Zelda 1 and 2, and I used that as my GameCube Ocarina of Time machine. But I did not use it to play NES games. The idea of even using a GameCube controller to play an NES game was crazy to me. Like, you need precision controls and you have like this puny little D-pad. Like, how are you going to compare that to the appeal of the NES controller? Like, that doesn't make sense. So I wrote that off. I own Nintendo Switch Online, and in my entire time owning it, I didn't really play Zelda 1. I may have opened it once or twice, but it wasn't until Nintendo Entertainment System month on the Button Mappers, me and my boys, on our podcast, we did the Legend of Zelda map out. And it was my first time playing the game. And I was committed. I wanted to play through it. And I played through as much as I could. I didn't finish Death Mountain, but at that time, I did afterwards. But I just felt like I still felt like it was too hard. I didn't know where to go. I didn't know what to do. I did as much as I could without a guide, and then I referred to a guide where I could. And even I didn't propose doing this game. It was not my pick, but I was like, okay, yeah, I'll do it. And so I abused the hell out of save states just to get through the game, just to clear rooms with dark nuts and likes and not have my shield eaten. It was a completely tainted way of experiencing the game for the first time. That is not how you're supposed to play the game. If that was my only playthrough ever for Zelda, I would have walked away feeling nothing. In fact, I did. I really felt nothing after I beat it. Just like, okay, good. Another episode down, boys. We're good now. Nope. No. That was not a good impression. It really wasn't. And so I kind of took it out of my mental capacity for a while. I didn't think about NES Zelda until a couple months later. And, you know, I've been going through the channel frustrations here. I'm like, what's the right move? What do I do for 2024? And that move has been to open up a new channel. And I'm very excited about it. And I'll talk about it in a little bit. But for now, the thing was, like, I really wanted to do Zelda. I want to do Zelda content. I love these games. There's so many good ones. I'm really looking forward to replaying. And of course, where do you start? You know, I wanted to do video essays. I wanted to do retrospectives. And of course, I would start with NES Zelda. You start at the beginning. I might mix it around, but I started streaming NES Zelda here on the main channel. And oh my God, I was having a great time. I didn't understand it. It was just so much fun. You know, I was like, oh, I'm just going to play as much as I can until it gets, like, annoying. Nope, it was really playable. One, I had a better way of playing it than with Joy-Cons on the Switch. And two, it was... I just knew what I was doing. And I was also getting tips from people in the chat. Shoutouts to my guy, Mainly Retro. You know, he was giving me good tips with the Wiz Robes and how to avoid their line of fire. That's great. Like, I needed that. And I was just surprised by how much I was able to do on my own. I didn't need to abuse one save state. I'll say that. And so I just wrote off NES Zelda even after playing it the first time. But the second time is when it won me over. And I'm happy it did. Because now we have my new channel, Captain Keaton. Oh yeah, a channel where I do retrospectives and get perspectives on all things Zelda. I've already done 4 interviews that are posted to the channel and 1 video essay retrospective on NES Legend of Zelda. It's 35 minutes long and 35 minutes great. Go check it out. I am very excited. I'm also doing Zelda 2 content coming up soon. Next Friday, I'll have my first of several interviews posting. But yeah, that's been my passion project as of late. And, you know, I'm really happy that I started where it started because it just gives me so much more perspective into the series and to gaming as a whole. I mean, Zelda is just so influential, and I've been thinking a lot about it. Thinking about what I have to say about it, and I think I have a lot to say about it. And I think others do too. So I'm excited to do more content over there on Captain Keaton. Let me do it one more time. Let me do it better. Over on Captain Keaton. Oh, I'm too excited.